Well, just really cannot say enough about our team. My expectation was that we were going to play our best game this week, and we did. Just really proud of them. Great week of practice. I thought we had a better week of practice this week than we did last week, and these guys have done a great job of preparing each and every week. And as I told y'all last week, the best part of our team is the fact that we've been able to run the football through 5 games now. I think four out of our 5 games we've had 200-plus yards rushing. And, with our ability to stop the run, that's a pretty good combination. We really have not had to really call in the passing game. And everybody's worried about us being able to throw the football. And, 386 yards passing today. First time we've really had that type of coverage. And it was good to see us, make big plays. I think every receiver we have made a big play in the passing game today. It was awesome to see that. And so 538 yards. Wayne Gallman just continues to just get better and better. We've had some good backs around here, as y'all know, and he's the first back in 10 years to have 3 straight 100-yard rushing games. That's pretty impressive. And so, again, give the credit to the offensive line. Those guys are just rolling people out of there. 3rd and 2, we rip off a 60-yard run or something on the first play or the first touchdown. Our OL has just done a great job. And then Deshaun. Deshaun doesn't get the credit that he deserves in the running game. And he was big for us again today. And then, we were 10 of 16 on 3rd down, and Deshaun was 21 of 30. So just a great performance offensively all the way around. Leggett, couple of touchdowns, kept them off balance, and outside a couple of really just bad miscues, we played a pretty clean game on a sloppy day. So really proud of that. Defensively, when you run the triple option and you can't run the football, it's a long day for you, and that's the story of the day. I mean, it's that simple. We held them to 71 yards rushing, and you got no chance when you're a triple option team. And so hats off to the guys up front, man. They dominated the line of scrimmage, just absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage. Their quarterback, who's a dangerous player, ripped off some plays against us last year. He had 5 yards rushing. I just couldn't be more proud of our defense and our staff and the job that they've done over there. J-Ron and Dorian were in the backfield all day long. Really hate that we gave up a couple of the discipline plays, but that kind of, it's kind of a double-edged sword a little bit when you play those guys, and that's why they have that explosiveness. They'll big play touchdown you in a heartbeat if you're not disciplined, and they got us on a couple of them. But as far as the overall day, just tremendous. 1 of 12 on 3rd down, 10 tackles for loss. Just a dominant day. And then on special teams, 2 field goals. Kickoff coverage was tremendous. Punt team, we averaged 45 yards a punt. It was just a really solid day overall from a team standpoint. So a lot to be proud of, especially coming off a game last week. The rhetoric all week long was, how can y'all possibly be ready to play? And I don't understand that. And I'm glad that our guys don't understand. They don't buy into that mess. It's just play the game, put everything you got into each and every opponent, and then, move on to the next one. So that's just, hats off to our guys. That's our 13th win in a row at home, which ties the school record. So, really neat opportunity for the seniors and the team next week to kind of own that record outright if we can find a way to win. But we just got to continue to do what we do. Stay humble, stay hungry, just try to win one day at a time. And BC is the next opponent, and it's the biggest game of the year. And that's just what we continue to do around here. If our goal is truly to win the division, then we're in division play, and we got Boston College might be one of the best defenses in the country. So we've got a big challenge to get ready for this week. We were fortunate to beat those guys last year, and so we'll go back to work, enjoy this one tonight, and hit it on Monday. But overall, good win.
Was that kind of a breakout game for Deion Kane? It seems like he might be candidate for Offensive Player of the Game along with Gallman.
Well, we played it. We were able to, really get in a rhythm and play everybody, and we kind of had everybody in there in the second half. And again, just the coverage. It's not really a breakout game. I mean, everybody got involved. It's just we haven't seen that type of coverage. We have not seen people just line up and play man-to-man like we see on our practice field. We hadn't gotten much of that. And so today was a day where, we knew that we were going to have some opportunities. And we were able, and we weren't playing in a hurricane. It was a little sprinkle out there compared to what we were in last week. But it's good to see us make plays. We had Renfro made a great play downfield. He continues to show up in big moments for us. Hopper made a huge play. Sharon had a couple of big plays. Had one big one called back because we had a holding. Travion, a big play. Wish we could have kept the ball in a little bit more there. But, Dion with a couple of them. Ray, everybody. Leggett, everybody got involved, and that's when we're at our best. And good to see Zach Brooks get in there and rip off a big play as well. So just an overall very balanced day. And as I've told y'all many times, I'm not worried about our ability to throw and catch. That's the least of my concerns. But the fact that we have proven we can line up and run the ball, that bodes well for us moving forward.
Coach, now in all 5 games, you've scored the go-ahead touchdown first. But how important is that to get on the board first to sort of your opponents have to dig their way out?
Yeah, well, we talk about setting the tempo all the time. We don't ever know what's going to happen to come out of the gate. They won the toss, they deferred, and we took the ball. So same thing happened last week. And to be able to come out and say, okay, well, all right, let's go play offense and do what we do. Just a great credit to our guys from a preparation standpoint to be able to go down the field and punch it in. And, same thing defensively. Those guys going out there, getting a stop, and then bam, next thing you know, you're on top of them. I thought that the big thing for me today was, hey, let's get control of the game, and then let's don't let up. Let's don't let them back in the game. And they never got back in the game. We had control of the game for 4 quarters, and that was good to see. That was something we need to improve on.
Dabo, Paul Johnson said that physical superiority cancels off theory. When people ask about his offense, is that pretty much the story with their defense was sort of overwhelming?
Yeah, I mean, we're better up front. I mean, scheme does not win, guys. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of scheme you win. We coaches, we get way too much credit. Scheme doesn't win. It's players executing scheme. And at the end of the day, regardless of what you do, it comes down to, winning at the point of attack, low pads, leverage, tackling, creating new lines of scrimmage. Those are the ththings, knowing what you're doing, being able to execute and physically do what you're asking your team to do. And, we were just better than they were up front today. It's just that simple. We all know that Georgia Tech is capable of beating anybody, anywhere, any day. They're a nightmare to get ready for every single year. Well coached. We were just better than them today. It's just that simple. And and especially when we put all 3 phases together. We took care of the ball outside of they got the snap at the end of the game. Had our backup center in there. And then Ray had the fumble early on, and we held him to a field goal. We actually lost the turnover margin today, and it's a rarity. We only win about 40% of the time. 42%. All right, there you go. We win 42% of the time when we lose the turnover margin. So the football gods were in our favor today because that's not the odds that we like. So that was a disappointment. But, again, it was just a complete team effort, and they just really, just wasn't Georgia Tech's day.
Dabo, you talked about people saying, how are you possibly going to get ready for this game? And I know as unfair as that term has been in the way it's been applied to Clemson, the whole Clemsoning thing and losing games you're not supposed to, how does this team kind of approach that differently in your mind? Is it a matter of, like you said, that you're focused one game at a time, or is it a matter that they don't even think about it anymore?
Well, I think it's ridiculous that you're even asking me that question. That you even say the word. I mean, I'm serious. I'm sick of it. I don't even know why we even bring up the daggum word. How about some of these other teams out there that lose to unranked opponents all the time? That's our 33rd win versus unranked opponent. We ain't lost to anybody unranked since 2011, but I have to come to a press conference in 2015 and get asked that. And that's all media bull crap. I can tell you how they feel about it. They don't like it. It's a lack of respect. It's not doing your homework and paying attention to what reality is. Should not be asked that question. Period. That's how we feel about it. This football team right here has earned the respect. Ain't nobody giving us anything. Not 1 ounce of anything. They've earned everything they got. And when I have to turn on the TV and people bring up that word and they try to casually throw the word out there like you do, but it's still the word. It shouldn't even be in the conversation. That's how they feel about it. That's how I feel about it.
I apologize. I was not trying to be offensive in saying it.
Well, same thing today. Rhetoric on TV today. Same old bull crap. People need to get some more adjectives. This football team is shown up. What else they got to do? We've beaten Ohio State, Notre Dame, LSU, Oklahoma, Georgia, Auburn. We've beaten 33 unranked opponents in a row. We're 7-3 versus top 10 teams. People need to quit talking about that. It's like people trying to push their own agenda out there. And I can't believe I got to come in here with a 5-0 football team that just had a great win and have to be talked about Clemsoning. I shouldn't even be in the conversation.
I appreciate what you're saying. My point was simply that this is a team that clearly rebounds quite well, even after a high.
If we lose this week, it ain't because of Clemsoning.
No, obviously.
It's because we just got beat. We're human. We're just human. Good God Almighty, man. Look all over the country. You got all kind of teams out there getting beat. I mean, we're a football team that has earned everything they've got. And again, to answer your question, they don't like that. It's a lack of respect for what these guys have done. This program doesn't take a backseat to anybody. We're not better than anybody. We can lose Boston College. That's the biggest game of the year, and they're dang capable of beating us. Had a great chance to beat us last year. We were fortunate as heck to win that game, but we won it. And if they beat us, it ain't because we had some bad whatever. It's because they just beat us. That's football. It's like everybody's sitting around waiting on us to lose a game so they can say, oh, well, there you go again. No, that's bull crap. Next question.
Can you give us an idea of how Wayne Gallman approaches practice? It seems like you've been giving the ball 3 straight times, and on the 3rd time, he's running it just as hard as he did the first time. So it doesn't look like he gets tired. Does he get tired in practice?
No, he's a worker. He just shows up. Workmanlike, blue collar, just tries to fight for every inch that he gets. Great kid, great student. He's a great example to his teammates.
Dabo, any updates on any injuries from anyone?
No. I know Carter had a little hammy, so he came out. Blanks just had some tendonitis. He came out. I think that was it. But nothing that was bad.
Coach, you mentioned the bad snap earlier. Obviously, you have Norton coming back, and Jake Guillermo's been great at center. With Justin, is there going to be any experimentation, move anybody else to center?
No. Heck, that's foul. No, he just got to do his job. That's what I told him. I said, that's one really crappy play that's going to be in the middle of a million good plays. You're going right back in there, go right back to work. It's a bad play. You know, he just had a bad moment. He's a young player. He's a freshman that's learning how to play center. It was a bad play. Didn't cost us the game. Nobody was happy about it or anything like that. But listen, let's move on. You know, it's a good chance to grow him up. You handle adversity. Everybody, 85,000 people, they all mad at you. They all know you just snapped it out of the end zone. Guess what? You're going right back in. You're going to snap the next one. Let's go. All right? If they could all do it, they'd be down here snapping it. All right? You go right back in there and let's go back to work. That's the experiment, is let's get better. He's very capable. We'll get Ron back, hopefully for the Miami game, and we'll keep rolling.
You mentioned Dorian in your opening statement. How big was it for him to get out there today and have the game that he had?
It was great. Yeah, he loves to play these option teams. I think he was our player of the game last year versus Georgia Tech. You know, he's fast. He's a tackler. You know, he's one of those guys that when he gets on one, he just usually don't miss. He is a really, really good tackler, and it showed up today. He was big for us, big, good football player. Special teams as well.
He was our leading tackler.
There you go. Yeah, in special teams he showed up early. I think he made the first tackle on kickoff.
Not quite halfway through the season. What's the progression of this team been like, and where they need to be and where they
just getting better. I mean, we the biggest thing, as I said, coming into this game was it's been such a funky start to the season. You know, we had a long camp, a whole week of school that was really weird, and then we have 2 blowouts, and so we really didn't get in the rhythm of what we were trying to do. But we were able to play a lot of people, and then we get ready in 3 days and go to Louisville, and you know, find a way to win that. And then we're off for 16 days. And now we play in a hurricane against a really good team. And so this was really our first week of just kind of building some continuity. And I'm excited to hopefully try to get in the rhythm and the flow of the year. And so hopefully we can just keep getting better. I mean, as I said the other day, we're not a national championship team yet, but we don't have to be. We got to find a way to be better in Boston College. And if we can do that, then hey, we get one step closer to that goal right there. And if we can achieve that goal right there, then we got a chance to play for our conference title, and whatever happens after that happens. So it's just, you know, all in, all you got every single week. And, you know, that's what we'll keep doing. But we'll watch this tape and we'll grow from it. I see our football team starting to build some momentum, starting to kind of get some confidence. You know, we've had some real weird circumstances, but, you know, we got about 7 weeks left. And, you know, we got a lot of work to do over these next 7 weeks.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about what Gallman does to your team on offense? You can put him out there all 3 downs, run inside the tackles, outside the tackles, catch the ball.
Yeah, he's an every down player. He does need to improve in the passing game for us a little bit, but that'll come with just continued, you know, maturity and reps and all that. But he's just relentless. That's probably the best way to describe him. He's relentless. I mean, he wants the ball, and he wants every yard he can get. He's got a great suddenness to him, you know, his ability to stick